How would you like to have a steady stream of new patients walking through the door each week? Patients that have the income to pay you in full and have the potential of referring even more to you. I call this my faucet philosophy. You know that water that can't flow unless the faucet is turned on first? The same principle applies to your dental clinic. You won't get more patients unless your faucet and its water lines are primed and turned on. It may sound obvious, but most dentists violate this principle every single day. They think that because they own a clinic and because they have a doctorate, patients are going to come knocking on their door. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, when most dentists go to turn on their faucet, only a trickle of new patients come walking through the doors. They run television ads, radio ads, magazine ads, yet they still struggle to keep consistent growth. This is the harsh reality for all clinic owners in the new digital age. If you don't have the right digital systems in place, your water line primed and the faucet turned on, you'll go through a financial dry spell. You can observe this on a popular website known as Groupon. On this site, you can find hundreds of dentists who have begun listing their services in an attempt to get more new patients. They're doing this because they don't know what I'm about to show you. Unfortunately, they're losing more money than they could be gaining. Sites like Groupon take 50% of all your sales margins. Let me show you an alternative. In a few short moments, I'm going to show you step by step how we generated 34 dental implant leads for a dentist with only $679 in ad spend. I like to call it my new patient faucet because the system is reliable and predictable. Much like your faucet at home, each time I turn it on, my clients make more money. I'm laying out each step with full transparency, so pay attention. If you have a pen and paper, I would take notes if I was you. Step 1, targeting. In the back end of Facebook Ads Manager, we have the ability to target people based on their location, age, gender, their income, household composition, online behavior, and much more. Most dentists make their bread and butter off families who have 1 to 2 kids at home, with parents who make $75,000 or more per year. This is the exact demographic we targeted for my client. Within a 7-mile radius, we targeted parents who made $75,000 plus per year, with the potential reach of 110,000 people in this audience. This is important because it ensured that each lead we got was financially qualified to pay the dentist in full in the future. You may be wondering at this point, why just go after parents if we were selling dental implants? The answer? We wanted to eventually turn their kids into patients as well. Why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Step 2, the offer. Dental implants are very expensive, so we knew we could discount them and still make huge profits on the front end of the transaction. Additionally, the lifetime value of any new patient would make up for any initial losses. In this case, my client knew that the average patient spent about $5,500 until they left him. With this knowledge, we decided to offer our target audience a huge irresistible discount. Here is the ad as follows. Offering $650 off per implant with a free consultation. Our goal was to make the offer so enticing, anyone who needed dental implants would take action. Once they saw the ad in their newsfeed and they clicked download, they were taken to step 3. Step 3, the landing page. This is where we asked them for their personal information in exchange for the discount. The value of the offer was re-emphasized and details about the clinic were given. At this point, we were asking them to make a small micro commitment. This was important because it psychologically opened them up to being sold on the dental implant treatment in the future. Once they filled out their name, email address, phone number, they were taken to step 4, the thank you page. Here we told them that they were not finished signing up. They needed to call the office to finalize their appointment. We also had put a bonus offer of 20% off a cleaning to further incentivize them to call the office now. Plenty of people called at this point, but if they didn't, they were sent through the next phase. This is the step 5, the follow-up. It's known in the marketing space that the fortune is in the follow-up. Remember, people willingly gave us their names, email address, and phone numbers. We used this information to follow up them until they booked their appointments. Upon submitting their information, the front desk staff received instant notification prompting them to call the warm leads. This is where the most conversions happens of all my clients. If you call the leads within the first 5 minutes of them opting in, the closing rate is insanely high. We're talking about 60% or more, especially if the person calling the inbound leads is skilled in sales. It makes sense, your company and services are on the top of mind, so all the person needs is a little bit of a push in order to book their appointment. The phone call is definitely worth the staff's time. Anyone who fell through the gaps was sent through a 5-day email sequence and also received a ringless voicemail from the doctor. The goal was to contact our leads from every possible channel of communication. Remember, they showed us interest in our services, so we were doing them a favour by following up with them. I'm making note of this because some dentists falter here. You're not going to grow your company unless you extrovert yourself, your staff and your services to the public. So just to recap, we had step 1 targeting, step 2 the offer, step 3 the landing page, step 4 the thank you page, and step 5 the follow-up. Over the course of 30 days, these exact steps generated 34 dental implant leads with only $679 in ad spend. 3 of the leads ended up buying dental implants and 5 others turned into hygiene patients. This brought the dental clinic a little over $11,000 in immediate revenue. And the lifetime value of 8 new customers equated to $44,000. You may be sitting there wondering, how can I apply this to my own dental clinic? If so, you now have 3 options. Option 1, you can take the information I've given you and try to figure out the rest on your own. This could take you months or even years to learn. The obvious issue with this is that you'll be sacrificing your time, the most valuable resources. Option 2, you could try and hire someone to do this for you in-house, but you'll have to pay them a salary. Option 3, you could book a phone call with me by clicking the button below, and I will run a similar campaign for you entirely free for 14 days. After 14 days, if you like the results, we can do business together. Hopefully you take the next step in growing your dental clinic. I look forward to talking to you soon.